Hey, it's John again from the Super Awesome Geek Show on the road, moving between Fort Lauderdale and Miami. You know, this place called Coconut Creek, where my dad's condo is. And, yeah, I'm in Pensacola, Florida. So we went through all Louisiana yesterday, Alabama, Mississippi. They all really talk like that, too. Saw a nice sign on the side of the road for a lawyer, and he was like, "I'll help y'all." Thought that was cool. Man, those Louisianans, holy cow. They can make some good food down there, by the way. But, holy cow, that place smelled like poop everywhere I went. It was like raw sewage smell. I don't understand. It's got to have been turned up by all the storms and stuff. It's nasty, but food's good. Don't drink the water. So far, there's been a number of places where I would not drink the water. I'm very concerned with the southern states. Compared to the northern states, you guys do not have good water at all. I'm sorry. I feel really bad for you guys. But anyway, you don't want to hear me talking about water and stuff. Geeky things that have been along the way. We have found some really cool stuff. Toy museum. I found a second one. So there's two of them at least in the United States. Two. And so yes, I think when Paul Allen opens his comic and toy thing, I don't know, do you guys know that's all coming in Seattle? If you don't, well, maybe I just spilled the beans ahead of time. Sorry. But yeah, he's doing what I wanted to do, and yeah, it kind of sucks because I just left, and I probably could have helped him very well with that thing. But anyways, I'll be in Florida doing my own conventions, working with, my hope is to work with some people who we've already met that do SuperCon. And I will be going to Florida SuperCon in May, I think it is. They already gave me tickets, so I'm all set for that. The back of the truck, I've been telling you this whole trip, this truck is horrible, you know. Absolutely terrible. Penske is getting a long letter. Do not get a Penske truck. And if you do, I guess go to the actual dealership and pick your own. And I highly recommend driving it for about an hour on the freeway at speed, like 60 miles an hour, to see how it feels before you agree to take the truck across the country. It's awful. Getting at least half, if not all, our money back. There's no way I'm accepting this. The other thing I learned on this trip, you're probably better off paying for a pod than renting a truck. It was about $800 for this truck. We've probably spent, I think my dad estimated so far around $1,500 in gas. So this is basically, you know, and just on the truck. And then I got my car. My dad's driving my car, and you know, he's probably put a couple hundred into that. So you're better off getting a pod, because they quoted me $2,000 for that, and we've already spent way more, almost $1,000 more. So at least $500 more, right? Oh, by the way, Pensacola, this area, it's the home of the Blue Angels. They have Blue Angel stuff everywhere. It's like they worship them like gods. I don't know. There's planes everywhere. There's like real ones, you know, on stilts and like put up like displays and stuff. And yeah, so yeah, that's like the biggest deal here. Even though they're drunk idiots. I mean, I met one of them at a bar one night, the night before he was gonna fly in Seattle, and he was wasted completely off his ass. So I'm like, how can you get that wasted the night before and then perform aerial stunts? That's completely irresponsible in my opinion. But whatever. He lived through it, so and maybe they do that all the time. Maybe that's what's required. Maybe you have to be half drunk or half stoned in order to fly that crazy. Because otherwise your anxiety would kill you. I don't know. let's see, the trees, holy cow, they're good, they're nice. I love the trees down here. Although some of these are Australian pine, which I hear was brought in from Australia, and they consider them an invasive species, and they've taken over and pretty much wiped out the natural pine or whatever was down here before. But that happened so many years ago. I don't know why people are still worrying about it. It's like, well, now they're natural to this area, I guess you could say, because they've been here for more than 100 or so years. I hope you can hear me because this truck is so loud. And I hope you can see me because the sun is glaring. I have to get used to this. By the way, it was freezing cold in the morning. Just absolutely freezing cold in Pensacola. I had to put on like 10 shirts and a sweatshirt. But then all of a sudden by noon, you'll be so hot that you don't even want to wear a shirt. You know, I'm like, this is crazy. Sorry about that. So I'm on 10. We're just gonna go to, my dad has it in his mind that he wants to stop somewhere near Orlando to sleep tonight. I don't see why we don't just drive all the way to his condo, because it's probably only about an 8-hour drive to his condo, and it's about 4 hours to Orlando. And Orlando's actually a little bit out of our way, probably 20 minutes out of our way. So we're adding an extra 40 minutes to our trip, and he wants to sleep there. And he said it's all because he wants me to know where my hotel is when I'm staying for Star Wars Celebration. And I'm like, my hotel is only 2 miles away from the Orange County Convention Center where Star Wars Celebration is in Orlando. So I'm like, I'm not going to have a problem finding it. If I went to LA and didn't have a problem in LA, why would I have a problem in Orlando? But I don't know. If he wants to do it, it's his dime. Well, I'll park the truck, he'll drive my car, and I won't have to deal with the traffic. Because I hate traffic. I just hate traffic. I like driving, but only if nobody else is on the road. Because I think when I drive, that's where I'm selfish. That's where I'm agitated, and I want to get where I'm going, and I don't like all these idiots that are in my way who are driving like 30 miles an hour on a freeway that says 75. You know, like what are you doing on the freeway if you only want to go 30? You know, and I try to keep myself calm. I don't want to get into any kind of road rage. You know, road rage is bad, but it's like, come on, people. Truck drivers, when you're in one of these trucks, that is one advantage. Truck drivers are the nicest people on the road to you. It's just been amazing. And whenever you stop at a truck stop or you stop somewhere at a rest stop and you pull in, this truck is so long, it's 16 feet cargo bed, and then the cab, you know. So I mean, it could be like a 20-foot truck for all I know. And so I have to park it where the semis are, because it takes up 3.5 parking spaces if I park it, you know, where the cars go. And the truck drivers are like checking my tires. One guy helped me because there was water dripping out, and we opened the hood, and it was just my radiator when I got, or not the radiator, the air conditioning. When I got down to the warmer climates, it was starting to condense. You know, it'll condense water on there and drip down. And these truck drivers were just helping me out, being like, "Oh, you're fine. Yeah, no worries." And they looked at, you know, they were looking at my tires and doing all this. So it's like, and at multiple stops. It wasn't just one guy. I mean, it's been multiple people. So when you're in one of these larger moving trucks, I guess they kind of feel like you're part of the crew. Whereas when you're in a car, you're like their mortal enemy or something, you know? I don't know. It's kind of funny. Because they do try to run you off the road a lot when you're in a car, I feel like. But when you're in this kind of truck, you get a wide berth by all the semis and everything else. So that's kind of cool. And it's real nice to have met some really nice people along the way. Let's see. We ate at Denny's. Nothing special there. Yeah. Alright. I guess that's it. you want to follow us, I've been tweeting more than anything. Oh, what I've been finding is you're not going to even watch these videos until I get to like somewhere down wherever I'm settled, because I found that while you're on the road, they will not upload. I guess your connection varies between satellites or between cell towers or something, and that whenever you switch, it just pauses the download or the upload or whatever you call it. You know what I mean? And so basically, the blog vlogs, right? So far, the travel vlogs, the furthest anyone has ever gotten to was 24%. And that took about all day. I mean, 12 hours or so. So, yeah, I just stopped trying to even post them. And the hotels have it set up so you can't load anything while you're connected to their Wi-Fi. And I'm on my father's plan, so I'm not using the data because I'll wait until we get to his Wi-Fi and I can just upload them all there. So that's why you didn't see any of these till after the trip was done. But anyways, if you want to follow us, we're at Awesome Geek Show on Twitter, www.superawesomegeekshow.com. The podcasts will return near the end of April, and videos just go up sporadically. They will be more regular by the end of April, and I've got a lot of stuff to show you. I just hope it all survived this trip. Although every time I've looked, I have a feeling the only thing that I'm worried about, is that even a right? I have a feeling the only thing that I'm worried about, that's whatever. The only thing that I'm worried about are my collectible glasses, like the Star Wars ones from Burger King and McDonald's way back in the day, like in the 70s and 80s. And then the few I've collected from, I get one from every national park, or a glass to signify where I've been. So I got some from Japan, from Italy, various places in Europe, you know, and all around the United States, different national parks, like I said. And I wrapped all those up, stuffed them all with paper towels in the middle, put a layer of foam on the bottom of the box, put one layer of glass, then a layer of bubble wrap, then another layer of glasses. And mind you, they were all stuffed. But this van, even on a flat road, as you can see, just bounces up. Well, the camera's bouncing at the same rate I am, so I'm probably not, you probably can't see the bouncing as much, unless it gets real severe. But the thing shakes all over. It's been vibrating like hell, so much that 2 or 3 times now that when we've opened the back, we've had to re-tie down a lot of knots and actually use extreme knots, like not the slip knots or easy knots to get out that usually hold just fine. No, we had to like knot these things like we're gonna have to cut the ropes when we're done, because the vibration was just undoing every single knot we made, and the entire rope was just unwinding. The big heavy table that we kept this giant heavy stone table that I have on this hand truck, is tied to the hand truck, and then we tied it to the side of this Penske truck. And that thing came untied and was leaning like that, you know. So there was like a bookcase or something there, and if Jason had not put that there, it would have crushed all of my pictures, all the framed artwork, all the signed photographs they were all like in stuff underneath there, and that just would have made them all flat. I mean, that table's so heavy, anything underneath it would have been flat. Well, the bookcase didn't go flat, so I guess that's not true. But anyway, we had to put that back up and tie 2 ropes around it, tie it up to the side. It was a mess. I mean, I'm just so... But, like I said, the only thing I'm really worried about are those glasses, because I can't get to them, I can't check them, and I just hope that that was enough wrapping to make them survive. But I have this strange feeling that I'm going to open that box, and I'm just going to find a whole bunch of tiny, teeny little pieces of glass. And, yeah. I got those old E.T. glasses from them back then in the 80s. Stoopy and what was the bird? Twiggy? Twinkie? Tweety? Tweety, yeah, Tweety Bird, right? Or no, was Tweety Bird was on Looney Tunes, wasn't he? One of you guys can correct me on that. Alright, well, I guess that's enough. I don't know what else to say. I'm just babbling, right? Alright, have a great day. Keep it geeky out there. And I'll check in with you when the trip's done. Alright.